Let's start the day right, washing away the boredom. Yes. Whoops. I'm so clumsy. See you soon. Finally. Let's do it. I swear, coffee is the best thing in the morning. I feel ready for the day now. So, I'm drinking coffee right now, and I think it's time to have a chat with you guys. Today I actually woke up feeling well, but that's not something that it happens every day for sure. I think it's really hard, at least for me, to adapt to, the whole epidemic thing. I think I managed to create a routine, which was kind of helpful, but at the same time, sometimes I do feel stuck at home. I feel like I can go nowhere. Before, if I was bored, I would go to the mall, which is pretty close from here, which also has a tiny supermarket inside. And I'd go there, I'd buy something like shimeji. Guys saw me going vegan for a week, so since then I started eating shimeji and, buying as a treat because the price is not very affordable, but I love the taste. So it has been challenging. I really miss working out at the gym. I think it's so hard to put into words how I'm feeling because there's so much inside my head. Some days I see the news, like recently Floyd's death. That thing just absolutely broke my heart. It's like, what's gonna be the future for his kid? His kid now doesn't have a father anymore, and it's so fucking heartbreaking. It really, really freaking upsets me, and I really hope that in the future things are different, because I say in the future because it's impossible to change systematic racism overnight, but I feel like we're on the way to change this. I think in addition to seeing people dying because of coronavirus and seeing people dying because of racism in the US, it's just too much. Like, it feels so overwhelming at times. I wish there was better news for me to say here. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can say. Another thing that kind of frustrates me is to know that some women, they are stuck at home with their husbands who so many times they just drink alcohol every single day, and they're stuck into this sort of like abusive cycle. And that's something that really frustrates me. I saw on the news as well that women right now, the rates of violence are increasing during the quarantine, obviously because they're stuck with their abusive husbands for longer. So it's another thing that also breaks my heart. It's like knowing that, there's something I can do. I can donate, but that's it. I'm so privileged to be in the position that I am, but I wish everyone had the same opportunities as I do. I wish every single woman in this world felt safe during the quarantine because it's already hard enough. And I wish every single black person felt like it's okay to leave your house. You're not gonna die if you go on the street, you know? I wish they could feel like this. Like every time I go outside my house, I'm never worried if a cop's gonna stop me or anything because of my race. I'm never ever worried about this. But then after watching the news, it made me realize that that's a sort of like fear that they have to live with on a daily basis. And I think that's pretty much my thoughts on quarantine. It's like news can be overwhelming. It feels like it's the end of the world, and I hope things get better. I have faith on the future generations for sure. That's it.
Hey guys, I'm Fang Yu. I hope you are doing well at home under the COVID-19 lockdown. I'm going to share what I'm doing a day. So it's April 20.
Hey y'all, today is a Saturday and I'm gonna take things to donation today. I'm so excited to do this. I think it's gonna be really fun. I've had those things here in my closet for a while now and I never had the chance to actually go to a place to donate, so that's what I'm gonna do today, just trying to do productive things. Yeah, I'll see you guys soon. This quarantine makes me think of my privilege as well. Maybe I feel anxious when I'm at home, but I live in a safe area. I can afford staying at home and I feel blessed. I'm sure so many people in communities like this must be feeling anxious, wondering if they'll have enough money to feed their kids by the end of the month, despite the government help during COVID. I'm sure many people in these communities have informal jobs which they rely on. It's pretty much their livelihood. It must be a very tough situation.
So I just arrived and with the gloves and everything. Here it's the elevator with all the instructions, and I'm going towards my apartment. So when I left Chevreuse, which was the little town where I spent my quarantine, I took a Uber and I went towards my little apartment that I was renting for my internship in Paris, and where I had all my stuff, all my clothes, everything. This is the actual situation. I still have to do my luggage. It's really a mess. It took me 4 hours to pack everything and put everything in order. It was cloudy and it was raining, and it was exactly representing my mood, basically.
I'm working at home today because despite the situation in China is getting better, but we are still very cautious about the virus. So I'm working at home. And I found out the good thing of working at home is I can save a lot of time on transportation. So it's around 2 o'clock. I almost finished my work and I'm a bit hungry, so I'm going to cook something for myself. So let's go to the kitchen. I just got a message from my colleague, so I guess I need to pop into the office. I'll just quickly cook something for myself. So here's my lunch. Got salami, tomato, and cheese, and some cucumber. I accidentally put too much basil on this one, but that's fine. I can accept that. I just realized if I go to the office today, when I finish my job, I will encounter the rush hour, which means I have to stay in the subway with a lot of people. That's gonna be very terrible. So yeah, I think I'll put my work to what I need to do by tomorrow. Yeah, and also it just reminds me a news I watched on this morning. I forgot the place, maybe America. I forgot the place, really. I saw some people are trying to protest for staying at home, which is absolutely insane for me. Like, I know what happened in Wuhan, in China, and what happening now in many European countries and in the US, and I really don't understand why people want to go to protest for staying at home. I know some people are suffering from job losing or they feel unsafety because they don't have money, but just to think about it, you have to live first. You have to stay healthy that you can find a proper job to do. If you die, if you are sick, no one will offer you a job.
I'm gonna work out now, so yeah, gonna be fun, I guess. I hope. Gonna listen to Trivian while I'm working out, as usual. And yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty decent. I mean, even the dogs are working out, so I should probably work out as well. So look, if they're working out, I have to work out. They're so cute. Time to run! Kill me. Just freaking kill me. I look so silly doing this. Like, I think that's the thing when it comes to vlogs. You just gotta do it and not give a flying hell if people are staring at you or looking at you. You've just gotta keep going. Okay, I can barely talk, so I'm gonna stop right now because it's impossible to vlog and run at the same time.
Arrived in Paris, and here's the funny fact. So basically, the check-in, it needs to be done in the airport. So you cannot do the check-in right now in this period. You cannot do the check-in online. And because of this, I booked the Uber for 2:30, avoiding any type of risks. The thing is that I was basically late, and I think it was like 2:25, and I was not even finished with the luggage. So I did everything in a big rush, and when I went downstairs and I was basically running towards the Uber because I was super scared that he was gonna go away, the luggage broke completely. Great. So I arrived at the airport with my open luggage because it broke, of course, with life, and I'm going towards the gate. Still don't know which one. I mean the gate, the entrance. Nobody is wearing a mask, almost nobody. And at that point I was basically just laughing instead of crying. But anyways, I just thought that there are always people that can pack your luggage in the airport, so I was not really worried about it. And I thought, okay, maybe if there is not, I'm gonna just buy another luggage. Of course, I arrived in the airport and there was nobody. There was just me, the passengers of my flight, the security, and the check-in people. But back to the luggage adventure. So when I saw that nobody was there and nobody could help me basically because they had no way.
I finished my work today, and the rest of the afternoon I'm just searching online, trying to find a new apartment. Because initially in the end of last year, I was planning to move out from this apartment, but because of the pandemic, the landlord is in America, and now the country are locked down, and also China has a very strict rule for the people who are coming from abroad, so he cannot come back, and I have to move out before the June. The situation is so unclear, and I cannot rent his house, so this afternoon I have to prepare a plan B for myself.
Time to buy some food. Yay! I think that's what's making us quite happy nowadays. It's actually the time to go to the grocery store, because that's the only time when we can actually get out of the house. So yeah, happy days.
Okay, so basically there is no place to wrap the luggage. So I don't know. I'm gonna wait for Alitalia gate to open and see if they can help, because that's the situation right now. It's really a mess. It was a guy from Air France that gave me a big plastic bag to put my luggage inside. It was kind of funny. I wrapped my luggage, and at least it's safe. So I just passed the controls, the security controls, and they didn't check the fever. Maybe they're gonna do it before entering the plane. And yeah, so now I have one backpack and a little luggage, and yeah, let's see how it's gonna be inside the plane. 2 hours that I spent there. The only flight that I saw on the big board, it was mine. It was the only flight from Paris. It was really shocking. All the check-in part and all the procedures to go inside the airplane, they were more or less respected. The controls, I thought it was gonna be a bit harder than it actually went. They just saw basically that in my passport that I lived in Milan, and they didn't ask anything else, so it was pretty easy.
If you want to search and prepare a house on an app, you actually can use the VR to like have an online house tour. So basically, they have a VR image, and the people, the agency, they will have someone to talk to you, and you can just use a VR image. Just you don't have to go to the actual apartment. So right now I'm going to find one of the apartment. From the picture it looks pretty good, and I'm going to use the VR function and see how it goes, and see if I can rent that apartment. 喂，你好。Right now going out is kind of dangerous, but I need to check the house, and use VR is so convenient. It's a really nice apartment. I really like how it was decorated, and the room
I think I'm gonna work out at the beach now, so let's do this. First of all, push-ups. I feel weak, so hopefully this will give me some arm strength. Jump squats is fun until you're doing it at the beach because of the sand. So yeah, it's actually not really that fun, but you know, go hard or go home. As you can all see, I'm at the beach now and I'm having a lot of time to think by myself. And honestly, it has been really interesting, this quarantine. It's something that I don't think most of us, like from my generation at least, we didn't experience before. So it's so random and so weird, and sometimes it feels like we're living like something that would be in a Black Mirror episode, and it's very interesting to see as well that somehow I can feel more connected now than what I was before with my friends. I guess it's because we have more time to talk. I kind of miss traveling. I think that's something that's really hard for me. I wish I could travel to the UK. I wish I could attend my best friend's wedding this year, and I don't know if it's gonna happen because of the coronavirus, but I understand it's for a bigger cause. In the beginning, I actually really struggled because I used to work out like 3 times, 4 times, 5 times a week, you name it, I was working out, and then suddenly this quarantine happened and I had to adapt. I had to work out at home, but it's not the same because, you know, at the gym I had all the equipment I needed and I don't have it anymore. So I tried to do some high intensity interval training workouts at home, and I just did it once. I think it's much harder to have a gym, a workout routine when you have to do it at home. So that's a negative side of it, and it's much more than just a negative side about not being able to work out, but it's also the fact that it does have an impact over my mental health, and I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who feel like this. It can be really frustrating at times, you know. It's so easy to feel anxious, it's so easy to feel absolutely annoyed about it, and it does take time to realize there is no other option, and it's what you gotta do and you've gotta face it. It's like you can't just run away from it. It's on telly, it's on the internet, it's everywhere. It's like our brand new reality. So sometimes you've gotta adapt. Yeah.
Okay, it's already 6 o'clock. I spend more time with my phone, chatting with people, social media, looking TikTok videos, something like that. It's just really waste of time, but I feel like staying at home really takes my patience. I cannot concentrate on reading a book or writing something. Sometimes I like relaxing, but most of the time I prefer to keep myself busy, and these days I feel not really well in terms of this. I will also try to find something more interesting to do.
Cheers! Okay, now it's freezing. Happy days. Okay, I swear every time we're gonna do this, something happens. This is crazy. I'm literally convinced that Zoom is against alcohol, because every time we're about to drink and shot us drinking, this is what happens. Yeah, that's how it feels now. Cheers! Yeah.
to take the second flight, it was really easy and fast. The gate opened just after half an hour. I was waiting in the line. They were already doing the check-in.
I have no idea why it's so big.
I'm guessing it's because they reunite all the people that need to come back to Italy in Rome from all over the place, probably all over Europe.
We're gonna take the plane, the international one. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 seats per row. I have no idea why.
So it's almost 7, and because me and my friend, we are all working at home, and today she is cooking some really nice food. And what are you cooking?
Pork soup.
some soup with pork. I think it's the chopped rib into pieces and stew them and put some spices and veggies. It's gonna be really great. And she is really good at cooking. Here we have spicy tofu and a big ham with some veggies like the I forgot the name. Tomato. Beans with some pork, minced pork. The pot is a bit heavy and hot. So this is deep fried beans with mincemeat, and this is fried ham with zucchini, and we also have some pancake left over, and that is a soup, and this is a kind of very spicy tofu. Right now, generally we have dinner every day, and while we are having dinner, we will watch some nice TV shows. Maybe get some wine over there.
他当时把工作笔记落在这现场，匆匆忙忙的赶回去取，结果。
The flight was super fast because it was from Rome to Milan, and when I arrived in Milan, they didn't check anything. I took my luggage that was still in the plastic bag and safe. When I arrived in Milan, it was really weird to see everybody waiting for us, for the passengers, with the masks, every family with the proper distance, and even to say hi to my father without a hug. But I was really happy and finally back home.
I think I'm gonna win this race. This became a gamer video. I'm almost there. I'm about to kneel. What? Ugh. So annoying. Seriously? Final lap, yo. I won. I'm gonna go to the next one now. I'm actually gonna get ready to talk to my uni friends, which I haven't spoken to like in forever. I think the last time I saw them was in 2017. I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna apply my eyeliner.
And if I said you changed my heart, would that make you feel everything? And if we let us grow apart, does that mean we lose everything? loved me from the start. To me, that meant everything. To me, you mean everything.
Oh, hello, I'm Victoria and I have nothing to wear. What do I wear? I think this one will do.
Be patient and be positive.